President Muhammadu Buhari sacks the sole administrator of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), EFFIONG AKWA, appoints Engineer Emmanuel AUDU-OHWAVBORUA as the acting managing director. Kogi State, officially recognized and confirmed as an oil-producing state, received the first payment of 13% derivation allocation. UK Prime Minister TRUSS resigned after 45 days in office. Indonesia bans all syrup medicine after death of 99 children. An Australian Rugby League player found dead in Spanish club. This is the MLC TV News Oct, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the conflict state of Nigeria. I am Matthias Ayodeji-Peter. Kogi State government has received the first payment of 13% derivation allocation from the Federation account. Governor Yahaya Bello announced this at the commencement of the State Executive Council meeting in Government House, Lokoja. Delighted Governor Bello said with the development, the action was an indication that Kogi State had been officially recognized and confirmed as an oil-producing state. More resolution taken during the ESCO meeting was also briefed to the journalists by the Commissioners for Informations and Communications and Health. Our reporter has more.
The state has since last year been confirmed as an oil-producing state until the 21st of October 2022. Before the commencement of the State Executive Council meeting, State Governor Yahaya Bello announced the financial backup for the claim. He said the state has officially been captured and has received the first payment of 13% derivation fund as an oil-producing state.
The good citizens of Kogi State, and indeed all of our well-wishers within the country and across the world. Today, 20th of October, Thursday, 2022, I, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, the Executive Governor of Kogi State, seize this opportunity to make this wonderful announcements to all of us across the world. A history is being made today under my leadership. That Kogi State, one of the northern states, is now recognized, confirmed as oil producing state. We have received the first tranche and the first payment of 13% derivation.
Governor Bello appreciated President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Professor Yemi Osibanjo for the recognition. After the Executive Council meeting, the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kingsley Fanwo, briefed journalists of the intention of the Council and steps taken to make life better for the people of Kogi State.
The Chairman of the Council and the Governor of Kogi State has also assured the people of the state that the derivation allocation as an oil-producing state will be judiciously utilized for the development of the state. He also reiterated the fact that his pledge to the state to ensure that the resources of the state work for the state is fully adhered to. And also, it is coming at a time that the governor has promised the people of the state to do more. So in the process of doing more, he has assured that with the revenue coming from this derivation, he will be doing more hospitals, more schools, more roads, more infrastructure, and more importantly, empowerment of youth and women across the state. I also want to commend the tenacity of the governor in pursuing this to a logical conclusion. Many governors before now had tried to put the state on the map of the oil-producing states, but you know, Kogi is now the first state in the north to be declared an oil-producing state. So it is something that is history-making and record-breaking by His Excellency the Governor of the state.
The Commissioner for Health, Usman Zakari, also disclosed the government position in health sector.
the Executive Governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Aya Bello, graciously approved, for the procurement of newer equipment for a number of facilities within the state. Some of them are, newer equipment for Kogi State Specialist Hospital, Prince Abubakar AUDU University Teaching Hospital, and the ultra-modern zonal hospital in Jegu. I know it's no longer news that there's a lot of reformation, there's a lot of development in the health landscape in Kogi State. There's been a lot of ambitious projects. Also, in today's ESCO, His Excellency also approved, a new management structure for the reference hospital in Okene. The reference hospital in Okene is a tertiary health institution with cutting-edge technology that is set to achieve a number of things. One of them is to provide succor for people of Kogi State, including other residents of Kogi State. The second thing is to stop our people from going to seek Medicare and diagnostic from outside, and ultimately to also serve as an avenue to reverse the medical tourism out of this country. This is because we have high-tech equipment in this facility, MRI, CT scan, renal dialysis machine. We have hyperbaric oxygen chamber, and there's also oxygen generating plant. So this is a high-tech equipment, about 300-bed hospital, and we're looking at the sustainability of this program after the expiration of the tenure of this government.
Zachary said over 50% of qualified health workers will be sourced within the state to man new facilities to meet up with people's demands.
And what we have come to realize is that this facility, because of what it tends to, the level of care that is going to provide, and for the equipment, the high-tech equipment and its turnaround maintenance, we have gone into a concessioning agreement with a world-class facility organization, the Zenith Medicare and Renal and Kidney Center, who also have equal facilities that they are managing currently. We've been with them, have a lot of discussions with them, and we're satisfied that they have both, the appropriate personnel in terms of skill set, qualification and number, and they have the technical capacity to manage this facility. So His Excellency has approved for us, the concessioning agreement for the management of the reference hospital Okene, to this group. Some of the fine details also include, things that will ensure that the state is not shortchanged. One of them is that even though the technology is cutting edge, we also need to factor in, the cost, affordability, and accessibility to our people. And then in terms of human resource, there's a percentage that must be locally, sourced. As a matter of fact, it's right of first refusal for Kogi State indigenes who are ably qualified and have the technical competence, to work in those. It's a specialist facility. We're going to be working with consultants. We're going to be working with specialists in all fields. As for the lower cadre, the junior staff, that is almost 100% going to be sourced, except where they are not available. But for the technical persons, yes, as many of Kogi State indigenes that are available and are qualified will also be considered.
The government reiterated its commitment to make Kogi resources work for the people. Esther Michael reporting for MLC TV.
President Muhammadu Buhari has sacked the sole administrator of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, EFFIONG AKWA. According to a statement released by the Director of Press, Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, Patricia Dowerishe, new board nominees will be announced soon by the government in line with Section 5.2 of the NDDC Act 2000. She said names of the nominees for the new management team and governing body are to be transmitted to the National Assembly for approval. AKWA took over as an interim administrator of the commission for the duration of the forensic audit in the operations of the NDDC, which has been concluded. Meanwhile, a report by Sahara Reporters reveals that the Nigerian Senate Committee on Ethnic Privileges and Public Petitions had summoned the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Umana Okon Umana, over allegations of non-performance and corruption. This was made known by the chairman of the panel, Senator Ayo Akinyelure, who stated this at a news conference in Abuja. He revealed that the committee had met and resolved that the minister should be invited based on the strength of a petition against him. The senator added that the committee had agreed to ensure the matter was accorded on accelerated hearing. He said the minister was expected to appear on November 10 by 2 p.m. In furtherance to the sack of the sole administrator of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), EFFIONG AKWA, President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the appointment of Engineer Emmanuel AUDU-OHWAVBORUA as the acting managing director. AUDU-OHWAVBORUA will perform the duties of the managing director in an acting capacity pending the appointment of a substantive managing director and members of the governing board. This development was contained in a statement issued on Thursday by Patricia Dowerishe, the Director of Press and Public Relations, Federal Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs. According to her, this arrangement will subsist pending the appointment of a substantive managing director and members of the NDDC governing board. President Muhammadu Buhari has earlier directed the approval of most senior directors in the commission to take over the running of the affairs of the commission in line with the federal government curricula dated 4th December 2017 with reference number 50C-C2268 pending the appointment of a substantive managing director and members of the governing board. The President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday signed into law the Nigerian Startup Bill. Minister of Communications and Digital Economy Issa Pantami announced this after a meeting with the President at the State House. According to Pantami, the startup law passed on July 20, 2022 was a bill initiated by the executive arm and seeks to create an enabling environment for tech-based startups in Nigeria. Furthermore, he said the law holds enormous benefit for the economy and will aid young startups to identify and express their business challenges much easier. The minister, who noted that the ICT sector contributed 18.42% to the economy in 2022, said the new piece of legislation will also provide a 10 billion naira fund for eligible startups nationwide. The federal government has directed network service providers to reverse a 10% unilateral upward tariff adjustment. According to a press release on Wednesday signed by the NCC Director of Public Affairs, Ruben Mauka, the consideration for 10% approval for tariff adjustments for different voice and data packages was in line with the mandate of the Commission as provided by the Nigerian Communications Act 2003 and other extant regulations and guidelines. He added that this was within the provision of the existing price floor and price gap as determined for the industry. The statement reads, the decision was also taken after a critical and realistic review and analysis of the operational environment and the current business climate in Nigeria as it affects all sectors of the economy. The Minister, Issa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, has maintained that his priority is to protect the citizens and ensure justice to all stakeholders involved. As such, anything that will bring more hardship at this critical time will not be accepted. The Lagos State government has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Del York Group for the construction of the first film and media city in the state. This was disclosed in a statement made available to journalists on Wednesday, noting that the film and media city project will be built in Ekpe, Lagos State. The 100-acre project, African Film and Media City, is located in the Ekpe area of Lagos at Ejeri City and will support a multitude of spaces for creative and a wider community. It will serve as an all-in-one facility with leisure, entertainment and learning infrastructure plans. It will also have a vocational university, accommodation and numerous state-of-the-art studios to support television, radio and film ranging in scale, production, post-production and distribution. The Lagos State government has committed to investing in this project, which will break ground in the nearest future. With the creative industry making up to 1% of the Nigeria's GDP at $1.8 billion in 2020, the African Film and Media City is poised to make Lagos State even more prosperous. The York Group, a strategic partner in the construction of this one-of-a-kind undertaking, is collaborating with Storyland Studios, the leading U.S. firm in the construction of theme and leisure parks, to achieve this vision. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, has deployed the newly promoted Deputy Inspectors General of Police, DIG Bello A. Sadiq, DIG Daudura Mustafa, to the Force Intelligence Bureau and Department of Operations, respectively. This is coming on the heels of the recent promotion of the DIGs upon recommendation of the IGP by the Police Service Commission and the retirement of the former DIG in charge of operations, DIG Bala Zama Senchi. DIG Sadiq A. Bello, who hails from Jega local government of Kebbi State, was appointed into the force as an assistant superintendent of police on March 1988. He holds a bachelor's combined honors in English and sociology from Bayero University, Kano. DIG Daudura Mustafa hails from Daura local government of Katsina State. He holds a bachelor's honors in history and a master's degree in international affairs and strategic studies from the Nigerian Defense Academy. The IGP has similarly deployed 3 commissioners of police to take charge of Kwara, Niger, and Jigawa State Police Commands. They are CPs Odama Paul Ojeka, Ogundele Joshua Yodeji, EFFIONG EMMANUEL Ekot for Kwara, Niger, and Jigawa State respectively. CP Odama Paul Ojeka hails from Yala local government of Cross River State. He attended Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, where he had his Bachelor's of Science, BSc degree in Sociology, and MSc degree in Criminology. The new Commissioner of Police, Niger State Police Command, CP Ogundele Joshua Ayodeji, hails from Oyo West in Oyo State. He holds a BSc and MSc degrees in Political Science from University of Ibadan and was appointed into the force as an Assistant Superintendent of Police in 1990. And CP Emmanuel Ekot EFFIONG, the new Commissioner of Police, Jigawa State Police Command, hails from Nko Yako local government of Cross River State. He holds a bachelor's degree in English from the University of Port Harcourt. The IGP has charged the newly posted officers to hit the ground running in the areas of crime fighting, robust human relations, and public safety. He also called for support and cooperation from members of the public to the new police helmsmen to enable them perform optimally on their mandate. The posting is with immediate effect. And on crime, 5 suspects were on Wednesday arraigned before a chief magistrate court in Rivers State for stealing properties worth about 10 million naira at the Rivers State Syringe Factory in Rumausi, Obio Akpo local government area of the state. The suspects were arraigned at the magistrate court in Choba before Chief Magistrate Israel Agbesho. They are Kafas Joseph, Abdullahi Samaila, Awal Ahmed, Ifeanyi Nachilelo, and Chindedu Ugoji. The suspects are facing 4 charges after they were arrested by the Choba Police Division last week. The presiding Chief Magistrate Israel Agbesho, shortly after their arraignment, adjourned to November 29, 2022 to enable the 5 suspects to take their plea. It was reported that the items recovered from the suspects include machine engine, iron table, water heater, and flammable liquid, all worth about 10 million naira. If you are just joining us, it's still MLC TV News Hour. We'll be right back after the short break. Stay with us.
Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. And now on foreign. Liz Truss, who assumed office over 1 month ago, has resigned as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Truss resigned following a failed tax-cutting budget that rocked financial markets and which led to a revolt within her own Conservative Party. Announcing her resignation, Truss said in a statement outside Downing Street that they set out a vision for a low-tax, high-growth economy that will take advantage of Brexit. She recognizes, though, given the situation, she said she cannot deliver the mandate on which she was elected by the Conservative Party. She said, therefore, she spoke to His Majesty King Charles Philip to announce that she is resigning as the leader of the Conservative Party. Her resignation follows a meeting with Graham Brandy, the Conservative politician that is in charge of leadership votes and reshuffles. Brandy chairs the 1922 committee, the group of Conservative MPs without ministerial position who can submit letter of no confidence in the Prime Minister. During the hour the meeting lasted, the number of MPs publicly calling for Truss to step down reached 17. The number who have written letters to Brandy expressing no confidence in the Prime Minister was reported to be over 100 by Thursday. Truss said outside Downing Street that she and Brandy had agreed the party would complete a leadership election within the next week. Truss became Prime Minister on September 6th and resigned on October 20th. Her resignation has, however, made her the shortest-serving Prime Minister in British history. The deaths of nearly 100 children in Indonesia has prompted the country to suspend sales of all syrups and liquid medication. It comes just weeks after a cough syrup in the Gambia was linked to the deaths of nearly 70 children. The Indonesia said some syrup medicine was found to contain ingredients linked to acute kidney injuries, which has killed 99 young children this year. It is not clear if the medicine were imported or locally produced. On Thursday, Indonesian health officials said they had reported around 200 cases of AKWA in children, most of who are aged under 5. Earlier this month, the World Health Organization issued a global alert over 4 cough syrups that were linked to deaths of almost 70 children in the Gambia. The WHO found the syrups used there, made by an Indian pharmaceutical company, contained unacceptable amounts of diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol. The syrups had been potentially linked with acute kidney injuries, said the organization. Indonesia's health minister on Thursday said the same chemical compounds were also found in some medicine used locally. However, it did not disclose how many cases involved in the toxic medicine. Indonesia authorities have so far not disclosed the brands or types of syrups medicine linked to the sick children, instead just temporarily banning the sales and prescription of all syrup and liquid medicines. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has answered questions under oath in a lawsuit brought against him by an advice columnist who says he raped her. Jane Carroll alleged that the attack took place in a New York luxury department store dressing room in the mid-90s. Trump denied the claim and said Carroll was lying, prompting her to sue him for defamation. Carroll and Tony did not release details of the deposition, but said it took place on Wednesday. A civil trial in the case is scheduled for 6th February. Trump's attorney, Alina Abba, said in a statement that, as she had said all along, her client is pleased to set the record straight. That the case is nothing more than a political ploy, like many others in the long list of witch hunts against Donald Trump. Last month, Carroll's lawyers said she intends to sue Trump a second time under a new law that gives adult sexual assault victims a one-time opportunity to file civil lawsuits even if the statute of limitations have expired. Tony says she plans to file the new lawsuit on 24th November. This is the latest in a string of legal challenges facing Trump. And on sports, Arsenal laid down a stunning marker for their Women's Champions League campaign by thumping Odas Lyon in France. Jonas Eldever's side comprehensively outplayed the European champions, taking a 2-0 lead with 2 goals from Kathleen Foyt and Frida Manom. Lyon pulled one back through Marvin Mallard. However, Beth Mead restored the 2-goal advantage with a powerful free kick. Quick-fire second-half goals from Foyt and Mead completed a brilliant win. The victory gives Arsenal early control of Champions League Group C, while Juventus beat Zurich 2-0 in Wednesday night's other features in the pool. An Australian rugby league player has been found dead in Spain after going missing on a night out with friends. Liam Hampson's body was found on the floor of a Barcelona nightclub after an apparent fall, local media reported. He had been travelling in Europe with a group including National Rugby League NRL players who reported him missing. The 24-year-old family said they are heartbroken by his death, which they described as an accident. Hampson played in the Queensland Cup for the Redcliffe Dolphins, a team that will enter Australia's top-tier NRL next season. He had become separated from his friend when leaving the Sala Apollo nightclub in the early hours of Tuesday local time, his family said on social media. Relatives had asked for help in searching for him after he was not seen for more than 24 hours. Barcelona police said Hampson's body was found by employees around midday on Wednesday, the Brisbane Times reported. Officers believe Hampson accidentally fell from a height of about 10 meters inside, the report said. Hampson's father, Brett, said the family was devastated. And on entertainment, Mr. Easy has taken to his Twitter page to announce that he will be dropping the remix of his hit single, Patek. The remix is set to feature multi-talented artist Falz and is due to release on Friday, 21st October 2022. Patek featuring Ghanaian sensation Joel B and Mozambique producer DJ Tariku is the latest song from Mr. Easy. The speaker Ratley Amapiano It has performed well since it was released, and the remix is set to further amplify the song. In 2022, Mr. Easy released Legalize, Personal Baby and Patek as he gears up for the release of his next album. Patek Remix will be his fourth release in 2022 since coming onto the scene in 2015 with All Up and Skin Tight. Easy has gone on to win multiple awards and establish himself as one of Afrobeat's biggest exports with considerable international followership. Activities in preparation for the burial of Big Brother Naija star Rico Suave kicked off on Wednesday, October 19, days after his shocking demise. Friends and colleagues of the actor gathered amidst tears for an evening of tributes. The heavily attended event had in attendance a majority of Big Brother Naija stars, including co-housemates and housemates from previous seasons. Videos currently making the rounds shows attendees including Bam Bam, Alex, Dorothy Bacho battling with tears as tributes of the star aired. Patrick Fakoya, popularly known as Rico Suave, died last Thursday from injuries sustained from a fatal car accident in the early hours of Tuesday, October 11. The reality star was reportedly on life support following the accident. The Speaker of the Ekiti State House of Assembly, Fuminiyi Afuye, is dead. The Chief Press Secretary to the State Governor, Yinka Oyebode, said Afuye died Wednesday evening at the Ekiti State Teaching Hospital, Ado-Ekiti, where he was receiving treatment after suffering a cardiac arrest. Oyebode in a statement stated that the government of Ekiti State regrets to announce the death of the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Fuminiyi Afuye. The late Afuye, 66, was a former commissioner, Ekiti State Ministry of Information, and a two-time member of the State House of Assembly. He was inaugurated Speaker of the 6th Assembly on June 6, 2019. Afuye was at the Thanksgiving service of the new governor, Biodun Oyebanji, on Tuesday and later chaired the preliminary session of the Assembly in the afternoon. The death of the Controller Trade Facilitation Unit of the Nigerian Customs Service, Anthony Ayalogu, has been announced. Ayalogu was said to have slumped at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport while on transit on an official assignment and died. The Controller General of the NCS, Hamid Ali, retired, confirmed the death. Ali, in a statement issued by a Superintendent of Customs, Abdullahi Maweda, in Abuja, said Ayalogu, who died at 57, suddenly took ill and lost consciousness upon arrival at Malam Aminu Kano International Airport while on transit on an official assignment. The Controller General said effort to resuscitate him failed, as he was later pronounced dead at 465 Nigeria Air Force Hospital, Kano. The custom boss described the late officer as a true champion and will be sorely missed. He prayed God grants the Ayalogu family the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss. Ayalogu hailed from Onitsha North local government area of Anambra State and held a bachelor's degree in botany from University of Port Harcourt. And that's the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at the same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV. Instagram, MLC TV 2021. Twitter at MLC TV 1. For your event coverage, information, contribution, adverts and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Friday and Saturday to watch our special programs. It's Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Matthias Ayodeji Peter. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Thanks till I come your way tomorrow.